Okay, so when we divide, what do we do with our exponents? Subtract, that's right. So in terms of the 3 and the 6, though, what do we do with the 3 and the 6? So the problem with dividing is we could get like a decimal. Yeah, so what's a common number in both 3 and 6? 3. So 1 3 and 3 and 2 3s and 6. And then when we divide, we do what to the exponents? Subtract. So this has what as an exponent, this u? What's it? Nothing there means it's 1. So it's a 1 minus a -4, and then a v, -1 minus 4. And then that's going to be over 2. So 1 minus -4 gives me 5, u to the 5th. And what's -1 minus 4? -5. Can we leave it like that? No, we want to take the negative exponent that's on there and bring it down to the bottom. So u to the 5th over 2v to the 5th. You have a question? Were you not here on Friday? Okay. So when we divide, we subtract. So that's what we were doing with subtracting. And so when we have a negative exponent, we don't want that exponent to be negative. So if it's up on the top, we bring it down to the bottom and it becomes positive. Okay, so on number 6, we want to simplify. So on the top, there's no simplifying that can be done, but there is on the bottom, isn't there? So on the bottom, 2 times 4 would give us 8. And then what do we do with our exponents when we're multiplying? Add them. So then this is going to be m to the 2 plus 2, which is 4. And then when we take n, 4 plus -4 is 0. What's n to the 0? 1. So I'm just going to cross that out because we don't need to worry about that anymore because it's just a 1. So now I need to simplify my exponents from the top and the bottom. So I leave the 8 on the bottom, and then I have m to the -1 minus 4. That gives me m to the, what's -1 minus 4? -1 minus 4 would be -5, right? And so then we don't want to leave that -5 up there. So Alina, what do we do with that m to the -5? That's right. So we leave the n on the top and make it 8m to the 5th down on the bottom. Okay, we're going to do another one other than what is written up there. So go ahead and write this one down. What do we want to do first? So we want to simplify on the top, right? Because there's more than one variable the same. So we take -4 times 2, which is -8. And then what do we do with our exponents? Add them. So 2 minus 5 would be -3, just adding the 2 plus the -5. And then we have a -3 plus 1, which is what's -3 plus 1? +2 or -2? -2. And then we leave the bottom 16, x -2, y2. And so now we want to simplify by subtraction. So when we divide, we can subtract. So let's go ahead and simplify the 8 and the 16. What goes into both of those? 8. So this stays -1, and this becomes 2. So -1 on the top, and then we have x to the -3 minus -2, which is x to the -3 minus -2. -1. And then we have y to the -2 minus 2. It's really easy to make a mistake on that. -4. So y to the -4 over 2. And then we want to rewrite with positive exponents. So we don't want to forget that negative on the top. So that would be a negative what on the top? Since both of these are going to go down to the bottom, this becomes x down here and y4. What am I going to put up on the top? -1, that's right. So real common mistake that students make is they see this negative and they think, oh, I need to bring it down to the bottom. That is not an exponent, it is a negative number. So it does not need to move down to the bottom. It's only a negative exponent that moves down to the bottom. Go ahead and do the you try. Uh-huh. So you, just like we were just doing, you're just simplifying the top. When you multiply, what do you do with your exponents? So when you're multiplying, you add. So that's the first thing you're going to do is just add your exponents on the top. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, so now when you simplify that, you want to subtract your exponents. So you have a -1 minus 2. And a -8 minus 4. What's I like the -2 in the front, and then what's -1 minus 2?
-3.
Yes, -3. Yep, you can.
Oh, yeah.
I see what you did. So,
Oh, this is the other one.
oh, okay. So let's get started on it. Your hair looks cute.
Thank you.
So you would want to take your 2 times -3, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I like the Or -2 times -3.
Oh, negative there.
Yep, good. And then what do you get when you add the exponents for the u's again?
Negative
Negative.
3 for these u's.
So this is a 1, right?
Yeah. And then, oh, so it's plus 1.
Yeah.
It's
That's the one?
negative 1.
Yep, good. Okay, so on the top here, so this is like a -2. Doesn't matter if you put the negative on the top or the bottom. It's just easier to put it up here, and then that becomes +6. And then I'm adding my exponents. Do you follow me so far? Okay, so now what do I do to simplify this? What do I do when I'm dividing? I subtract the exponents. So I get -1 minus 2, which would be -3, right? So 3 goes into 6 twice, so it's going to be 2u to the -3, and then v to the -8 minus 4, or v to the -12. So we have a -8 minus 4. And then we want to rewrite that with positive exponents. So the 2's on the top, u to the 3rd, v to the 12th. So just make sure you're simplifying. You're not going to get it right away on these where you have more than one variable on that same level. So what, so this is 6 and this is 3. So the number on the top is bigger, right? Yeah.